Hello, you're listening to another episode of Moral Ambiguity Dragonshard. So last time, you all boarded the private airship leaving from... Oh god, I forgot the name. Leaving from Fairhaven on your way to Arcanix. You went down to your quarters and left your belongings in there. Before snooping around, Lovelace and Clash chose to explore the cargo hold while Groldir and Ars deigned to stay in the lounge and listen to fantasy Jimmy Buffett.
That's right, we did do that.
So before
I hate myself now.
So before they went down into the cargo hold, Lovelace and Clash actually went down the long hallway in the middle deck and towards the captain's quarters to listen for any conversation to see if anybody was inside the room. Lovelace overheard a man's voice say, "We are on our way. Make sure everything is prepared before we land. We need all the firepower we can muster." After that, down in the cargo hold, Clash found a +1 wrench.
Oh yeah, right.
Forgot about that too.
And Lovelace found a crate containing a mostly mummified corpse bearing the iconography of the Blood of Vol. Whoever's corpse it was, they were definitely an important figure given that their dress and the way that they were laid to rest, but Lovelace couldn't determine why or to whom they were important, so she just had Clash place the lid back on the crate after giving them a sort of last rites. Upstairs in the lounge, Groldir and Ars were trying out different alcoholic beverages, some of which had crazy side effects, such as Ars becoming completely invisible and Groldir gaining temporary hit points. Shortly after the gang met back up, there was a warning alarm that rang out signifying that something was flying toward the ship. That something was a red dragon wormling followed by 2 ash drakes, which were all taken down in turn by everybody there, with I believe it was Ars and Lovelace who almost got knocked out during that fight.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, everybody took a little bit of a beating there.
And that is where we'll pick back up. So, after the fight, what did everybody do?
Lovelace, who just went basically insane and
Oh yeah, Lovelace did morbed out.
And I wasn't gonna say that, you fucking asshole. And killed a dragon by drinking all of its blood. Immediately runs back downstairs. Just bolts. Is gone.
So yeah, you guys just watch as Lovelace just sprints down towards the middle decks.
I point in the direction she ran. I say, Lovelace killed a guy.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't speak for everyone, but I do feel that I can say safely, I think we've all done that at some point in our lives. I mean, not what she specifically did, but like, I mean...
You cannot prove a thing, lad. You cannot prove a thing.
Okay, look. I put my hand on his shoulder.
That's what I did when I walked in. That's my stupid. I'm sticking to it, lad.
No, look, man. I get. Look. I get it. I'm an artificer. Is that the class name?
Yeah.
I make. Yeah. I'm an artificer. Yeah, I make stuff. And,
is that right?
And like, I get it. Hey, man, when you make a magical hammer, every problem looks like a magical nail. And you made like a magical gun. I think we both made magical guns. So, like, it's cool, man. We're among friends here.
Holy shit.
Oh, God.
Technically, I'm a cop. Like, I've definitely killed people before.
Unjustifiably, more than likely.
Yeah, I like to think ours is at least a good cop. Hey, video games, right? Anyway, the point is, she's a vampire, and she vampired a dude, so, like...
Well, I mean, this is a fantasy realm.
She vampired a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vampire to dragon.
I didn't know you could do that to dragons, but... Okay, so I'm clearly not the right person to go talk to her. I was going to ask one of you two to do it, and as I look at both of you...
As you're saying this, Groldir kind of gets this wild look in his eye, pops out the artificial eye, and starts tinkering with it.
What's a gun?
You gotta know what a gun is. You have rocket... You can't not know. You have rocket fists.
Is it a type of fist?
Yeah. Okay, you know how you shot your fist out?
Cool.
Oh, fuck.
Imagine you could do that all... Okay, you know what? Let's rock, paper, scissors to see who has to do this. Because I feel like whoever does it isn't going to do a good job. Is that fair?
What?
Someone has to go make sure Loveless is okay.
Oh, that. Yeah, I'll go check on her. And he just kind of starts fingering in the direction of the...
Please, just a little bit of... Could you put on some charm for like a minute when you talk to her?
I'm just gonna say, out of character, I have a 9 charisma.
Yeah, but being charismatic doesn't mean you're not a dick.
You mean a 9?
Yeah. Okay, lad. Okay.
God.
He's just tinkering away as he's walking back towards the cabin.
So yeah, Groldir just sort of walks across the upper deck down towards the staircase that leads downstairs, leaving Clash and Ars on the deck of the ship.
Is there somebody who like operates the airship nearby?
There are people milling about, but you're not sure. You can't really determine who is like part of the ship operations and who's just there.
I just pick the closest person that that Clash would assume is a ship operating person.
Okay, so you just
and he goes up to them.
You choose sort of this regally dressed halfling man.
I walk up and I say, "What exactly do you mean when you call it a poop deck?"
The halfling just turns around, looks up at you, and just says, "Holy shit, you're tall."
That's what you go.
So it does have something to do with shit.
No. It's called the poop deck because
You shit on it.
No, we don't shit on it. It's
Then why is it called the poop deck?
I don't actually know.
I'm just gonna say I had to step away, and that is a hell of a thing to return to.
Is that the halfling or is that Matt saying that?
That's both of us.
Little column A, little column B.
I mean, they call it the poop deck because, like, it's the back of the ship. I guess I tell Clash and the guy.
So does the shit poop?
Well, no, it's like a metaphor, because it's like it's the back of the ship, and in most creatures, the back's where the poop comes from. So, nautically, like I think the term poop deck's more of like a how do you say it? When it's like
You hear someone nearby that just says, that leans in and says, "The name actually originates from the Elvish word for stern, which is la poop, which comes from the ancient fae pupus."
Oh.
I say to him, "You made that up."
Unfortunately,
no
I did not.
Pupus?
You just gaggled that,
Poopus?
didn't you?
Yes.
So you're telling me
pupus.
the ship poops and pisses?
No, there's no piss deck. And I said it. It doesn't actually poop. It's because it's like what you call it? What's the name? What's the term? What's that fucking term for it? God damn it! All the other smart people left.
A turn of phrase?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why'd you go to us first? Why didn't you go to Goldir and fucking Loveless talking? Why did you do this, DM?
All right. Well,
This was obviously the funnier option.
we'll go ahead and shift.
I can't breathe. Holy shit. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Holy fuck.
That was great.
So, Grildir, you approach the door to your guys' cabin downstairs. Do you knock first, or do you just enter?
Considering the state of mind he's in, he's just gonna enter, and he's not noticing a damn thing around him.
Well, the door is locked, so...
So yeah, you try the handle and it's locked.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna pick it.
I give up! God,
do you have thieves' tools?
Yes, I do.
I can't fucking handle this tonight. Holy shit.
Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
Yes, I am. I have
Holy
tool
fu-
expertise.
Holy shit, okay. Go ahead and make that dexterity.
24.
What was that?
24.
Holy shit. Okay, so Loveless, you just hear the lock come undone, and then the door opens, and you see Grildir just sort of stumble in.
I kick the door with the force of everything I can handle. I can muster.
Boom!
And then you just hear a scream of
That scream was too loud for Discord.
Yeah.
Sorry, did it not pick up?
I heard get out.
Yeah. It's just a scream of get out, but in like the highest, shrillest shriek you can imagine.
Grildir just seemingly ignores it and walks over to his stuff looking for his
Hang on.
proper set of tools.
Well, hang on, because you opened the door and then she tried kicking it back shut. Grildir, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No, he's just gonna tank it.
Alright, so it's just wham!
Yeah, no, like, I'm trying to drive that, like, he has hit upon, like, a bit of inspiration for an invention, and nothing will stop him.
Oh, Jesus.
He needs the tools that are in his pack, not just his little, like, what would be the equivalent to, like, the multi-tool.
He looks at him as Grildir bangs off the door. What are you doing?
Tools. And then he just goes over and plops in front of his pack, grabs tools, and is in his own little world.
It can wait until later.
You're not getting through to him. He's sitting there tinkering.
At this point, I don't know if you look at her at all.
Nope. He notices nothing around him.
For the camera, she has done her hair back up as best she can. It's still kind of loose. She's gotten as much of the blood as she can off of her body and her shirt. And she has like I guess she missed a stain of red on the side of her lip. Like down her cheek. She hasn't noticed it. Or down her chin. He just looks at you, puffs, and storms out of the room.
And with that, Loveless has stormed out of the cabin.
And I guess she goes back to where everyone else is.
Leaving Grildir alone to tinker with his tools.
With his eyeball.
Alright, so Loveless, you head back upstairs to the above decks. You see Ars and Clash seem to be hassling ship workers about whether or not they're why it's called a poop deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to Ars and just huff, cross my arms, and look down. And you notice, if you look at her, you notice her eyes are normally like a stormy gray, are like sparkling, almost glowing blue.
I do a little motion to like the cheek, like you got a little schmutz.
She wipes it off her chin.
Or is that? I don't know why I did. I don't know why. Fuck me. So after you said she wiped it off her chin, I in real life smiled and gave like 2 thumbs up, like really close to my like came up and like yeah, and then I realized you don't. I didn't say that. I don't know why I was expecting you to think so. Ours does that.
She nods, and I suppose I owe you an apology.
For what? What did you do something?
My behavior was unbecoming.
What?
And I apologize.
That was so fucking cool. You like ripped that dragon's throat out. That was the coolest shit I have ever fucking seen. And we just recently saw a robot do a rocket punch. So like, that's a high bar, man.
In the background, you hear, "So where on the ship is the poop stored?"
You know what? I point out, hey, and I like yell out, "Hey, Clash!"
Huh? Did you find the poop?
No, you remember when like Loveless fucking did that rad thing to the dragon?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool,
I
right?
think normally you wouldn't be able to see this, but because of the extra blood currently in her system, she blushes a little bit and sort of tucks a strand of hair behind her ear and just tries the best to hide her smile.
Flash says, "Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool."
Yeah.
I
I turned to Loveless like, I don't know. Okay, so like it's real obvious that like the crew you're used to running with are much more. I don't know how to say this delicately, so I won't. They're like hoity-toity, and you've gone down to like dumpster level now. So cool.
Ars, I've been dead almost 200 years. I haven't run with a crew for at least that long.
Yeah, but like you're a vampire, so I don't know how old you really are.
I'm not.
Not that you look it.
I am not a vampire, Ars, but thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I was able to assist in the fight. Also, I wanted to make a joke last week, which was after she drinks the dragon, she goes, "Why is it spicy?" That's all. That's all I have.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
It's fire dragon. What do you want? It's a red dragon.
So
What do you want?
good and tasty.
That's like
I love that meme so much.
It's just spicy. I expect you to either do that or a Cajun accent.
you know what the fun thing about D&D is? Ours could just say, so like, does dragon blood taste different than like person blood?
I
blood.
really. She does the my boy meme with the hands in front of her. My boy. I don't really want to get into that.
Okay.
It was spicy.
Ooh.
That's what I'll give you.
Ooh. I can't handle curry. Personally. I get what you mean.
Apropos of nothing. I can't handle
Well, he says spicy, and I'm like, I get you. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's like, oh yeah, I get you. You know, whenever after I eat curry, it's a rough
Nick.
stuff.
Like I'm getting a lot of notes of Nick in this character.
Well, no, well, I guess he is because ours is like is a more fantasy Peter Parker, and I'm just thinking of like, well, when it comes to Peter, what's the whitest thing I can do?
Oh, that's cool. Have you ever heard of this thing called Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
I love that.
No, that's not white. That's not normie enough. It'd have to be even more. Have you heard of this thing called Dragon Ball Z? Like that's his. It's like what's the whitest thing you can think of? I trust the police. I can't eat curry.
That's amazing. Yeah, she I think she just sort of she's her normal prim and proper self again, but there's like this energy coming off of her, like she had a monster. She had a Forge Loco, and she's just fucking ready to go.
I was about to say, I think ours is feeling some real big dick energy from Loveless right now.
I don't know about that, but she's wired. And yeah, you see her eyes are like that piercing blue color. And she's just sort of looking around, not nervous but anxious, I guess is the term.
Mm.
And it's just okay. Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, how long do we have left on the ship, DM?
Let's
I was
see.
gonna say what would be really cool if it was like, say, at least a couple hours, because I feel that would give the two artificers long enough to make our new fucking tools.
Oh, well, hey, guess what? It's longer than a couple of hours.
Yeah, it's like a day.
The distance between Fairhaven and Arcanix was estimated to be about a day and a half.
Okay.
I didn't know where we were at in this. timeline.
So at this point, because you got on the ship at like 9 p.m. and then it was I'd say it's like the early hours of the morning at this moment. So the moons are out overhead, very bright.
I'm going to go over to Clash at this point and say, we've established Clash has blood, right? Like, because of the Forge Loco?
Yeah, he's got blood tubes.
Like a blood, like a blood-like substance.
Yeah.
Okay, because my brands
takes the place of blood.
Because my brands and can only work if you have blood. Hi, can I borrow you and your body for about an hour?
Flash looks at the other two, and just, if a robot could blush, because he totally does not understand what you said.
Actually, legitimately didn't even think about that. She looks around and
here.
like,
Usually, you gotta give him a drink first.
No. Oh dear, I'm sorry. No, you can take a hit, right?
Listen, this is
yeah.
sounding very exciting. What are we getting at?
Okay. I need to practice something with my blood ability, and you seem like you would be able to take a hit. And I pull out my rapier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I legitimately didn't even think of that. So I'm going to ignite the Frostblade again. I'm going to roll my brand. It's something I've been working on. I apologize. This might hurt a bit. I take 2 points of damage to ignite my Frostbrand on my blade.
Mm-hmm.
My Crimson Right. And then I slash at Clash. You might want to rage.
Yep. Let me... There we go. Bing! Roll a d8.
As all this is happening, Groldir seems to stop, pops the Urset's eye back in his socket, and turns around to watch what's going on.
Actually, I was gonna say, while they were doing that, I was gonna go up to Groldir, and ours was gonna be like, ask him for help in making some of the new magical items that he's gonna.
When Clash rages, flowers and vines begin to grow out of him and spread across the ground.
Fun.
And 15 feet around me becomes difficult terrain as it becomes choked with different flowers and vines and weeds.
You just see a lot of the people around you just sort of turn and look and just, what the hell is happening over there? What is that?
Whoops. Didn't think about that. Okay. All right. I guess clinch down a bit. And she's going to strike you.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That does not do it. So what Clash will do is basically, I'll just offer no resistance.
Okay.
And I guess we could say that gives you advantage. I don't know if I'm not trying.
Just play through it like you hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's like
We could just say it hits automatically.
So
you're gonna pretty high AC.
You're gonna take that is 12 points of slashing damage or piercing, so I assume 6 piercing. And then you're gonna take 3 points of frost damage. Ice damage. Frost damage?
Okay.
Cold damage? Cold damage.
Cold.
And as I hit you, you see me do like a spin with the rapier, and I start to carve this brand into your body, and then I smack it with my hand, and you feel this pulse of like burning blood come to the surface, and you see this like on your chest, because you don't wear a shirt, right? It's just like a vest.
Yeah.
You see on your pecs this circle with these runes carved into it, like bubble up from the surface. Nothing else happens. But you see her eyes flare. It's like, okay, this works. I can track you wherever you go, and if you attack me or someone near me, you take damage. That's cool. All right, great. And then I'm gonna drop it. Okay, Thank you. I apologize I hope I didn't hurt you too bad.
That felt weird.
Yeah, it's blood magic.
Felt things.
Yeah?
Tingly things.
Okay, there's one last thing I want to try. I need you to hit me. She says.
I look at my hand, the size of my fist and the size of you, and I say, "Are you sure?"
Yes. And I do actually want you to roll.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I just have to roll really high. I'm going to use my reaction to cast Blood Curse of the Eyeless. I'm not going to amplify it because it's just the one attack. I'm going to roll a d6, and whatever I roll, you reduce from the attack. Come on.
The attack roll or the damage?
The attack roll.
Okay.
Okay, well that's a 3, so that doesn't quite do it. So your eyes, the way I picture it is, I hold my hand out and your eyes fill with blood. And you still hit, but not as well, I guess.
So that's 13 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
When you attack, you could make it non-lethal. You could say like,
Oh,
Yeah,
13's
it's
not gonna
absolutely-
kill her, but yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Crumple to the ground.
You see a couple of people run over, just what is going on over here?
Roldir is laughing his ass off.
You just hit me in this. The idea you just rabbit punched me in the stomach because I did that I did the brand, but didn't move, so you still knew where I was. So you just. It's okay. It's okay. We were just practicing. Oh.
Practicing? That was a hard punch.
Yeah.
I know. It's pretty tough.
It's okay. I asked for it.
What not? Just shakes his head and just
Roldir
says,
is on the floor rolling.
I
standing
put
up.
You want to try next?
the guy just shakes his head and just goddamn drunks.
Just stood up, completely doubled over, like dry heaving.
I mean, you guys know we have our own room. You could have just done this in the room,
Yeah, there's
away
other
from people.
space. Okay. Apologies, that wasn't very ladylike of me. Thank
I'm
you for
sorry, but like, it's unladylike to get like fucking rabbit punched in the gut.
of doubling
like-
over like that. Well, I mean, yeah, technically it's very unladylike. to just get hit.
Well, it's just like, I don't know what I expect a lady to do when they get hit, but like doubling over in pain seems like a pretty normal thing. Seems pretty much like any lady would do that. I feel like apologizing because you got punched is not the way to go.
I think she remembers when you thumbs up earlier, and she looks at Clash and gives him a thumbs up. I'm okay.
He
I'm okay.
returns the thumbs up.
Oh, okay. I'm good. Thank you, by the way. That was very informative. Okay. That's all I had planned. I just wanted to practice my new abilities.
We'll drop rage and
Do the flowers and stuff still stay there?
no.
Okay, so they only
I
last
don't
as long
think
as
they
your
do.
range. Or your rage, rather.
I'm pretty sure.
So people saw a robot get like cut or get attacked, and then a bunch of flowers and blood started shooting out of it.
Yeah, basically. But
Yeah, they only last as long as my rage.
all right, so what are you guys doing after that particular bit?
I think I'm gonna go have a lay down.
Yeah. You need help, lass.
No, I'm good. Thanks, Grolbeer.
Oh, that's the funniest thing I've seen in a while.
I spend the rest of the day, or at least the next couple hours, trying to solicit other people on the ship to let me punch them as hard as I can.
Does anybody take him up on it? 'Cause
Oh,
Girl
man, you
Deer
know what?
wants to laugh.
You know what? I'm gonna roll for it. At this point, it is like 2 a.m. So you're gonna be going into the wee hours, or the later hours of the morning time. And there
So
are
there
a
could be
few
some
people
drunks.
still aboard, and like still out wandering the ship. You do find a drunken tiefling who he smiles wide at this prospect, and he just says, "Go ahead, buddy. Just give me your best shot."
My best shot.
Oh,
Okay. I punch him in the dick.
He's just wham. He's just like, "Ah,
And I even do. I like drop down to one knee and just uppercut, just crisp right up Main Street.
Girl Deer is losing it.
He's just on the ground, just cupping his balls, and just, I've made many mistakes in my life, and that was the worst.
Lad, you made him cough up blood.
and he's just like, I'm just gonna take a nap right here. And then he passes out.
all right.
I stand up. Well, I'm happy with my night.
All right,
So we're
so-
heading back to the cabin then?
yeah, I was gonna ask, is everybody taking the night then?
I left long ago to just go tinker in my cabin. I will
Right.
not be party to this.
Okay. So, what are you tinkering with, ours, as the other two are watching people get punched by Clash?
I think replicating the magic items are probably easier to do, so I probably finish up the boots I'm working on, and I'm still in the process of making. Well, you guys, I'm making what it's like. I've got this like cartridge thing that I'm like working on that like fits inside like my web gauntlet,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm making a spell refueling ring, but I'm making it into like a web cartridge, a spell cartridge.
No, you already said it. You fucked up.
Yeah, no, I meant web cartridge, but then I'm like,
Right.
but it's not webbing, it's a spell, so I'll call it a spell cartridge.
Makes sense.
Okay,
I
that
like
sounds
that, yeah.
dope.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
And like I said, you probably already see there's like a boots that are like technically the boots of Elven kind, but like I just made a pair of like boots. They got a little spider on the heel, but you won't notice that. One of them's on the side. You know, like how Kamen Rider has like their symbols on the bottom of the boots. Josh,
Yeah.
it's only for you.
Some
No
of
one
them
else.
do. Yes, I'm
You know,
aware.
like
of
that's
this.
I love that because it's a little bit of branding, but only for bad guys because they see. They
or
get kicked.
for more normie stuff. Deadpool has the branding on the bottom of his boots too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, but normal people don't know that, so it's still good. Like it's a good way to keep secret identity.
I
You know?
guess
Well, you don't notice the bottom of people's shoes, right?
you do if they step on something, because Deadpool went
That's
that
what I
way.
said. Because the only people who know where I am are bad guys, and they're already fucking getting kicked, so it's cool.
Really dumb.
Yeah, I love it.
Whenever we all get back to the room, since I have two artificers present, I say, by the way, fellas, and I pull out from like a rucksack or something, what looks to be like, it looks vaguely like a loot, but it's like painted black really badly, and it has like a weirdly shaped, it has like an oddly shaped body, and most importantly, it is broken in two pieces. And I say, any chance either of you, can fix stuff, or do you just kind of blow stuff up?
Okay, out of character, what is it, actually?
It's basically the loot equivalent of like an electric guitar.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm willing to. You know, what? I pick it up and I'm like, I can spend. Do you need it now?
No.
Okay, yeah, I can spend the whatever amount of time is to change one of my known spells, one of my known cantrips to mending, and then I'll just cast mending on it.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to do it.
Righteous.
And I'll do it because I'm afraid if Gold Deer mends it, he's gonna add like a sniper scope to it or something.
You say that like it's a bad thing, lad.
I look at it and I say, well, you say that and I'm like, it could use perhaps some kind of, I don't know, reinforcement or a battle axe edge or something. Kind of broke it by hitting someone with it.
Well, I mean, it's like you said, it's a musical instrument. They typically aren't meant to be hit with people. That would require a full like.
Yeah, but
As I handed back to him, I'm like, that would require like a full re-diagnosis of it. You're gonna need to get like you basically have to make an entirely new item out of entirely new materials because it will require like wood and reinforcements that this thing does not have. It's just proper tools with a proper job. If your job is hitting something, I wouldn't use this. If your job is to like chill beats to relax to, then like the loot's right up your alley. But
I say, oh, it's a shame because, you know, playing music, you run into a lot of really hittable people.
I mean, look, I'm willing to look. Okay, you know what? Fucking ours went. All right, look. If you want me to fucking take this loot and turn it to like a robotic spider, I can fucking do that for you.
You know, some spider, any sort of spider-based artifice.
Yeah. All right.
Ours is into. Or you could.
I'm good on spiders,
you could.
but I appreciate the fix.
You could do a musical with Clash, and it would be like Spider-Man Turn Out the Dark.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Slinging webs and singing Weber. What do you want, man?
Okay, how about you never do me a favor? Don't ever fucking say that at me ever again. All right? How about that?
Oh lord. All right. So what? So you got your loot fix. Was there were you going to have Groldir or ours put a battle axe on it or?
No,
Okay.
not yet anyway.
Not yet, anyway. All right. So is everybody going to bed then?
Yeah, I am.
I'm gonna hang on. I need to. I don't have the. I want to see something. I'm gonna roll some dice. This is just
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
This is just for me. I'm gonna roll some dice. Where's my dice roller? Fuck. There's like 50 dice. What's the one I use? Fucking Wizards took down their dice rolling thing that I used for like 3 years.
Oh yeah, we've
took
talked
down
about
last
that
year.
before.
And it fucking annoys me because I don't like any of the other dice rolling apps. All right. I was like, if it's above 10, this happens. If it's below 10, it doesn't happen. It's above 10. Right before everyone goes to bed, ours is like tinkering with like his one of his gauntlets, and you hear him go, "Oh shit!" And then a random web spell goes off in the middle of the room.
Just
God damn it!
Good night, everybody.
all right. And with that, you all go to sleep. You're
Before we all go to bed, I say, like still laying down and looking up at the floor, I say, you know, you might be surprised to know that this isn't the first time that this has happened.
Why is ours his?
I
why
had
is
water in my mouth, you fucking asshole.
I just want to know why is ours history's greatest monster? That's my question. That's my specific question in this case.
All right, so the nights pass without incident. You all get gain the benefits of a full rest.
Yay.
So you get your spell slots, you get your hit points, everything's all back up and normal. Groldir, unfortunately, this does mean you lose all of your temporary hit points if you still had any.
No, I lost them during the fight.
Okay. Yeah, so the next day starts. You guys get kind of a late start to the day considering you went to bed so, like, late in the morning. So by the time you wake up, it's like noon, 12:30. So what's the first thing you would want to do? Well, first of all, who wakes up first? I imagine...
Probably me, because I don't actually have to
Yeah,
sleep.
you just go into, like, a power down mode.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we continue, can anyone help me figure out how to increase my HP in Roll20. Not Roll20, D&D Beyond. I can't seem to figure out how to add my new 8. It on that long rest, it went back to 46 where it was before, and I don't know how to fix it. Any ideas?
I just manually edit my hit points there.
All right, I'll do that again.
Yeah, I just keep track of what my like max is and then just manually edit from there because their hit point thing is wonky.
Yeah,
Yeah, I looked it up on Google, and the first thing I see is just set the sheet to manual.
got it. All right. I think I get up pretty early, if not first, definitely up there. Just to get myself together. Like, I have major bedhead, my hair is all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I fix my hair, get on a nice outfit, and go. I guess Clash is probably up before me though, so I'll go find Clash.
And where is Clash?
I'm just fucking with my guitar.
So yeah, you just find Clash. Are you on the upper decks or are you still in the cabin strumming away?
I'll still be in the cabin. Well, actually, no. I don't want to wake up the meat bags. So I'm up on the deck somewhere.
Okay, well, fuck it. I was gonna say ours doesn't really ours can sleep when he wants to because he's a changeling. He doesn't really need to sleep. So I was just gonna say ours just went back to fucking Island Boy time. But if Clash has got a guitar, then how about he's fucking at the bar listening to like fucking Clashy Buffett stringing a 6-string while ours is just like hitting more of the fucking. I want another of the wild drinks.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
You don't have to bring it up. I'm just saying that's what ours is doing.
Okay.
Wait, how about you just make up a bunch of effects that have happened to ours since then?
Okay. Just give me 1 second and I'll get some random effects that
I think
got fuckled with.
Loveless will come down or come into the room and just sit down and request a red wine and some blood sausage or anything they have that is a little bit on the undercooked side.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll just sort of listen to Clash pluck away.
Flash is on stage and he says, "This next song is called Punch the Government."
Yeah, so there's a wide array of different breakfast foods available. There's eggs, bacon, sausages, sausage sandwiches, all the breakfast burritos even, so.
Dang. Burritos? No, yeah, she'll take a glass of red wine and some very undercooked sausage. Her eyes have gone back to the regular sort of gray color, stormy gray color that they were before the incident.
Ours, you've lost the ability to smell for 1 day.
Great. Ours like saddles up to like Loveless. So like, if you're not a vampire, do you just like really like the whole like, its whole steez? Is that why like? Because if you're not a vampire, you do a really bad job of convincing other people. And I just want to know: is it just because you're like? Is it just like it's because it is cool? I'll admit, it's a cool like whole thing. Your whole thing going on is really cool looking. So like, is that just it? You just like the style? I don't
think she can help but laugh at that. And she says, "Ours, do you really want to know my story that badly?"
No. It's just you walk up to a giant talking turtle, right? I don't know why I went with turtle. I didn't mean to go ninja. You walk up to a giant talking turtle. No, that's a class. What's an animal that doesn't exist?
Giant talking blue hedgehog.
Yeah. Well, it's just no. It's like that's an actual class. There are turtle people. What's some non-animal people?
They're called turtles.
Turtles.
Are armadillo are armadillo people a thing?
Probably
somewhere, but not on Everon. I don't.
Okay, you walk up to a giant You walk up to a giant talking armadillo, right? And the giant talking armadillo says, "I'm not a giant talking armadillo," and that would cause you to pause, would it not? Because it's very clearly a giant talking armadillo.
I say that I am not a vampire because to call myself a vampire in this state would be an injustice to vampires. I am. She takes a sip of red wine and she leans back. Do you know of Karnath?
Ours, what you know about Karnath is, you've never been there. All you really know is that it's a major hub for the undead. The undead there are used for, at least, to your understanding, are used for, like, military stuff, and then, Karnath is ruled by a vampire. They're not, like, evil. It's just like, oh, hey, a vampire rules here.
About 200 years ago, I was a vampire duchess in Karnath. And then the peasants decided that I wasn't doing the job that they believed that I could be doing. And in the middle of the day, dragged me into the sun. And then, about 6 months ago, I woke up and I was this. So no, I am not a vampire, but gods be willing and the creek don't rise, I will be. I will be again. Or I'll be something better.
Loveless, as you're explaining this, ours' hair grows immediately to double its current length.
Man,
Okay.
this shit
All
didn't
right.
hit different. That's not me. This shit, you should try it. It's some stuff. It's pretty good. So you became.
Yes.
You want to look? It's the middle of the day. Well, it's morning, right?
Yeah. Well, it's afternoon at this point. It's like 12:30.
You got like. So you were a vampire, and then you woke up with what looks like all the powers of a vampire, but none of like the real setbacks.
You have never met a vampire if you believe I have all of the strengths of a vampire. I have a cursed half power
So
of a
what-
vampire.
What? You know what I need to ask is what level of vampires are. No, I mean Nick needs to ask
Yeah.
what level of vampires is the world working at? Because I assumed
So
that.
Eberron is a bit more. I think we had this conversation back when Sonya wanted to be a vampire, where I talked about how Eberron vampires were different.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if we were in the same world as like the world where Sonya was in. Because
No.
it's
No,
like,
that was Forgotten Realms.
yeah, so I'm like, it seemed to me that vampires are a bit more normalized in this universe.
They are.
So they're not as crazy strong as like Strahd
Oh no,
is.
they're still crazy strong, and some of them have gotten to like Strahd-like levels.
Yeah.
So like, but it's also like you can meet vampires out in the day. It's not like if you meet a vampire, it's not like, at least unless you're like in the ghetto, you're not gonna you see a vampire in the streets. People aren't gonna start screaming. Is what I assumed.
I guess it depends on where you are. Karnath, you definitely wouldn't see that. Karnath has a lot of vampires. There's a vampire king.
Yeah, and
At least there was. I don't know if that's still
and
the case.
Karnath is basically a giant forest, so they can walk out in the daytime and still be covered, like blocking the
Yeah.
sunlight. So
I will. I'll point to this.
I'm just gonna say, as this conversation's going on, Groldir finally walks in.
I think it's important for you to understand that there is nothing like what I am.
I mean,
I believe that is the most important thing I can say. I have a third of the weaknesses and a third of the majesty, and I want my majesty back. Do you understand me?
Yeah. I'm a little bit more stuck on the peasant part. You still on the peasants? You still call them peasants? Is that what you go with? Still?
That's what they were.
I mean, there's like better ways to phrase it. I feel
they were
like-
peasants. What do you want from me? That was their class. That was their status.
You could call them people. I mean, that would have been, that seems like the barest minimum. It's like peasants is a little like, when you say peasants, it gives off the real
actually
feeling of-
arguing semantics.
Time
no,
out.
no,
Time out.
no.
Time out.
It's
No, let him cook.
Yeah, I'm letting him cook.
when you
Okay.
said peasants, it really gave off the air of like it felt like a real dick thing to do.
Hi.
You just hear in the background Clash is like kicking into a rapid strum of his guitar, and he's like going on some song, and he's like, one time I saw a landlord, he thought he's really slick. One time I saw a landlord and punched him in the dick.
You know
I
what?
think she looks over at Clash and smiles.
You know what?
That's
Maybe
not
I've been a part of democracy too long. You know?
She
How
looks
many-
back at Ars and says, "I'm from a different time, Ars."
Yeah. Yeah, but I
I'm
mean like
learning-
okay. You know what?
You
As long as
have-
you said that.
please forgive me. I am learning to be better. And I don't want to take too much away from you, DM, but I think Ars might need an insight check on that.
Oh, I'll tell you right now.
If Ars wants to make that insight check,
I'm like 3 sheets to the wind. I ain't inciting shit.
got you.
That's totally fair.
What I will say is here so you want to check out Jimmy Buffett. Undead Jimmy Buffett. If you've never checked out Undead Jimmy Buffett, he's a really good because you said you just woke up a while ago. So it's like
Okay. I'm going to say right now that Undead Jimmy Buffett doesn't exist. Can I please put that in the world?
Yep.
the problem is that we made up a fantasy Jimmy Buffett last game, and for the life of me, I can't remember what we called him.
I don't think we called him anything.
Oh, we definitely did because we made.
Yeah, we
bunch
had a
of-
name for him. I just
We
don't
had a
remember what it
name.
was.
I just
Yeah.
don't remember what it is. So that's the one I point out.
This is Bimmy
Now
Buffett.
ours-
Did anybody pay attention when Galdir walked in, or is he just kind of seeing all this going on? Like,
I'm completely. I'm talking to Ars. I didn't notice.
okay, so he's just walking in like, oh shit.
The point that I'm trying to make, Ars, is that I don't want to be what I currently am, and I am working on being something better. What that ends up being, we will find out.
So is it like a spiritually thing? Like I'm working to make myself better, or is it like tangible stuff you're doing?
No, it's not spiritual. I'm not a spiritual person anymore.
Because I know people. I could help out if you want something.
I am constantly changing. My biology is constantly changing.
Hey,
I'm-
I transform an arm into like a lizard arm and then back to a person arm. Like I get you,
Not-
man.
Not like that. But thank you. And I'm for the life of me trying to come up with a Morbius quote, and I can't for the life of me right now. And that's that is a crying shame on my part, and I apologize to my fans.
Yeah, well, it's because the only Morbius quotes I know, you and I know, are like Felicia, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. It's a shame.
And the most famous
yeah, old
Morbius
school
quote is
Morbius.
completely made up.
Is it really?
It's Morbin
most-
time, yeah.
Yeah,
Morbid time, yeah.
the most famous Morbius quote to ever exist, and it's made up.
It's not real.
Is it the It's Morbing time one?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
morbid out. It's yeah.
Um,
Alright, can I? You know what? And I slam back another one. While the DM figures out whatever happens in the background. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself. Can I?
Fuck you.
I say this. Okay. Is genetics a thing in this universe? Do people know about it?
I would say no.
Yeah.
Well, not to the degree I think
more
you're
like
thinking.
alchemy, because that's what I use. I use alchemy.
Alchemy. Then I'll say it. Like I've been studying alchemy a lot, because like I've been trying to find out more about, and then I do the arm thing again, and I'm like, I just figured out I could do this. So like it took me a long time to figure out that like I was a changeling. So like I've done a lot of Our
Do you not
chemical
have
orc.
a family?
No. So, and funny thing here, and I love that I can do this while drunk because it lets me just kind of say it and not, not actually.
Not care. Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
So,
so
like,
Nick, just so you know, the next
yeah.
the
Give me
next
that
spell that you cast within or just generally the next spell you cast will have to use a slot level 1 level higher than what it normally requires.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh, I kind of wish you didn't tell me that and just waited for me to cast a spell and then say that. So
Would
like,
I know?
you know,
Would I know if changelings normally have like an like family in Eberron, like an upbringing? Like, is what's going on with ours typical? Apologies for.
it was such an innocuous question, and that's
No, you're
such a long
fine.
pause for it.
I get it. Changelings in Eberron are weird.
The Eberron wiki says that the changelings don't really have like a culture of their own. They just sort of slip into other people's societies. Doesn't really
Okay.
say anything about like families or stuff, but I assume there would be just by nature of being humanoids.
Right.
That sounds like that was made when the most about changelings was like the actual fairy. They based it on the actual fairy tales of changelings, just like
Well,
Ours
changelings are
steal-
descendants of doppelgangers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ours,
But like yeah,
I can trace my family lineage back to one of the first kings of Karth. So when I say what I'm about to say, I want you to understand I'm being as sincere as I can ever be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you. You should know your family. You should know who you come from. And that you don't have that is horrible. And she puts a hand on his shoulder.
First, I will say thank you. That's very nice. I found in my travels it's actually really pretty freeing, you know? I mean, I'm still trying to figure out it. For me, it's less like I want to know where I'm from and more I just want to find out like cuz like how you said the thing where like, "Oh, hey, I woke up 200 years ago."
Well,
Or
I woke
whatever
up
it was.
200 years from. I woke up 6 months ago, which was 200 years ago for me.
Okay, yeah.
200
yeah,
years
like
later, I should say.
200 years. Yeah, you woke up like 6 months ago. That happened to me like a year ago where I just kind of like woke up and I couldn't remember anything. So it's like,
Yeah,
so like, which was really fun when I started like transforming and I didn't know I could do that. Oh, that was great.
That would be strange.
Oh yeah. So like, I spent a lot of time with.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was saying, I spent a lot of time studying like alchemy and stuff because I was trying to figure out like, yo, what is this? Why am I doing that? Why can't I make like things come out? And so like I'm pretty good with that. So that's why I was like, if I could take like a blood sample, I could probably, and I know people in like the field.
She nods and she looks down. Is there like a napkin nearby that I can grab?
I pop out like a vial. I'm a scientist. I got vials.
She just reaches over and just puts her finger in her mouth and nicks her finger. Just lets it pour.
This is.
You do what you think.
I can't believe this is the second blood vial characters I get.
Yeah, this is the second character you've gotten a vial of vampire blood. So it's technically not vampire blood.
Technically not vampire blood, really, but yeah.
Yeah,
I have done a myriad of research in Hemocraft and alchemy since I've woken up. If you think you can do more, we've been traveling long enough. I think I can trust you with a portion of my blood. It's not like you can use it to become a vampire or anything. That would be insane.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
Nuts. Sounds like a real idiot, in my opinion.
It sounds like a real crazy person.
Yeah. When it comes to science, sometimes you just gotta get like an extra pair of eyes on it,
That's understand. That's fair. And if you would like, I can also check your blood out. For the same
Oh
reason.
well, I mean, I figured out I was a changeling. Surprise!
Shocker.
And I press the digitate, and you hear like some confetti, and a brrr comes out when I say surprise.
It actually catches her off guard, and she actually laughs at that, which, geez, you did not expect. You're all right.
That's what? Woo! That's a good one. That's a solid state to be.
So I rolled for my loot performance, and I got a 21. So I'm just gonna say Clash finishes off the song with a fucking bang for the total of like 6 people that are awake at this hour.
Hell yeah. Fucking love it, dude. Everybody who's currently in the lounge, barring your friends, we're super into it. And I'll say, I don't know if you set something out to like collect tips,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say, actually, let me roll for this.
Loveless will very politely clap. It's not her music, not her kind of music, but she does recognize quality when she hears it.
All right.
You get a total of 5 gold pieces in tips.
Oh, there you go, lad.
Gnarly.
It's pretty good for
Yo.
tips.
Yo, play Master of Puppets.
I'm gonna make a bard one day who only plays Depeche Mode songs.
Oh my god.
You know what? There was
All
a
right.
lot of people you could have picked. There was a lot of bands you could have picked. There was a lot of bands you could have picked.
Jesus.
So, I'm assuming we've gotten to, what was the name of the place now?
Arcanix. So, unless there's anything else that you guys would like to do during the day, there's not really much going on except for moving towards Arcanix.
At one point, Groldir goes back into the cabin and you can hear him working.
Okay.
And when he comes back out, he has a hexagonal rod. Like, it looks like almost like a staff about 2/3 his height. The first about hand and a half is wrapped in leather. And there's about 2-inch in diameter hexagonal quartz crystal at the end of it, and it and kind of like caged with the strips of metal going up around it to the tip, and one facet is open, and he just kind of has that strapped to his back. It's got dwarven runes up and down it.
Loveless will look at it. What? That's new.
Yeah, it's a surprise for later.
Man, I love our 2 artificers because, like, one of them sits there and goes, "Yo, look at these boots I made," and the other one's like, "Yo, look, I made the lament configuration." And like,
Don't give Groldir ideas.
Oh god.
You twist this knob here, and demons take you to the pleasure dome.
Except Groldir is crazy enough to take you to the Lady of Pain.
Ugh, that tracks.
So, at some point during the afternoon, you just sort of hear a voice emanating, almost like it's magically amplified around the ship. And you do look around and you actually see that on posts placed throughout the ship, there are like these little, these kind of dull yellow crystals that you're sort of start glowing when the voice comes through them. And you hear someone say, "It appears we'll be reaching our destination a little quicker than expected, so be ready by nightfall." And then the crystals just go back to their inert, dull state.
Well, that's a handy little trick there.
Oh, is your little? I turned to ours. Is your little spider buddy still in the captain's cabin?
that's a good question. Let me ask her. Freya, you still in the captain's cabin? I telepath.
Freya will respond, "I have been here since you sent me in."
Cool. Have you gotten any info? How
You're
much info have you got?
You're going to love this. This man sleeps a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
He up he did communicate with somebody. I couldn't tell whether they were male, female, or otherwise on the other end. All I heard was the phrase, "She's ready to be free."
Okay.
Not
Damn.
good.
You know what? I'll turn it up levels. What you guys found like the mummy, right?
Yeah.
Was that a female mummy or male mummy?
Was it a female mummy?
You couldn't tell, the body was too desiccated.
I thought you knew who it
Mummy
was. Didn't you say
or
you
mommy?
knew?
No, I didn't know who it was. I knew where they came from.
And you knew that they were
they're-
important.
Yeah, they were an important figure from the Blood of Vol Church.
Okay, so the captain said something about she's almost ready.
Hmm.
I don't know. It doesn't.
That's
That, you know what? That sets off my like detective senses. That seems like a bad.
Yeah,
That's not a word good people use. That's not a phrase good people use.
that's triggering my Morbius senses too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Loveless-
can't help it.
Loveless, you'll recall that you didn't get the scent of undead when you first discovered that corpse.
Right.
We should really complete the Spider-Man cast like vibes, and we should have Groldir develop like some robotic like tentacle arms coming out of his back,
Oh
so
yeah.
he can be Doc Ock, and
Yeah.
then let's just turn Clash into Green Goblin.
Yeah, I like this idea. You can be the
I
Green
mean-
Goblin. You can be the big buff Green Goblin from the Ultimate Universe.
Give me a rocket hoverboard.
That's what you need. A rocket
One of my
hoverboard.
artificer things that I get at like 13th level or some shit was called like the arcane propulsion armor or some bullshit.
Great.
So if you're willing to wait, I'll make it slap it on you. I don't need it.
Anyway, Freya continues and just says, aside from that singular phrase, I didn't really overhear much. I couldn't manage to get into the desk that Gendrix keeps, so I wasn't able to look at any files that weren't already left out. And the files that were left out were it just seemed like academic work. Like notes on different
Is there
magical
a-
items.
Is there like one that's like locked? Is he there right now?
Yes.
Fuck. Is there any particular drawer it's like locked and he hasn't like it's like that might be the important one you've noticed?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, hang on. Look, I got cantrips. I got magic. There's gotta be a magic. And it's locked, I'm assuming, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. What can I do to
Yeah, but he's
unlock
also
it?
in there right now.
Yeah, but we can get him out. I just gotta see if
How?
I have a spell that lets me unlock it. Do I have a spell that lets me unlock stuff?
Flash has a spell that lets him unlock. Unlock
Yeah,
that.
but I can cast spells through Freya.
and I mean,
Clash has a spell that unlocks things called busting it down.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, we established Clash has a lockpick ability.
Yeah,
Remember,
not a spell.
he was typecast last time. that was the joke. The joke that Loveless was making was that Clash.
Oh.
That was the joke.
DM is dumb tonight.
And also apparently Groldir does too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Loveless just kind of stares daggers at Groldir.
What kind of lock was it? What kind of lock were you looking at? What kind of lock was it? Was it like a key kind of lock, or was it like a magic lock?
It appeared to be in two parts, a padlock and then a magical lock.
Okay, well, I could do that with the padlock, and that might help. You might be able to get in if I do that with the padlock. The magical lock.
Has this guy come out of his office this entire trip?
No. The only time that you've seen him was when you tried to get in, and that's when ours had Freya just sort of slip in there.
Right.
I think if we can get quote unquote winged boots as
Oh
a
my
magical
god,
item,
are you
I think
still
that
trying to be Green Goblin?
Yes, and I think that's all I need is winged boots, and we can style them up, make them into uh, give them the flair that they need to be the hoverboard.
You are really in on this whole Green Goblin thing.
I'm still trying to think of what we need to get for Groldir to become Doc Ock, but
Well, Roldeer's Iron Man.
I mean, yeah, I'm already going towards fantasy Iron Man.
I guess, but it'd be really funny if he was Doc Ock. It's just imagine a dwarf on Doc Ock tentacles.
That's real dumb.
Getting lifted in the air.
That's real dumb. I like it. What's the play here?
I got nothing. I was looking at all my spells, and I'm like, I got nothing for this situation. At least,
we
I'm
just
like,
wait and see what he means when we get there, but I'm a little nervous about that.
You don't have knock?
nah. Do you? I'm looking at the artificial spell list right now, and it don't fucking say knock anywhere.
Well, that's beside the point. We still can't get him out of the room. I can try again. I just don't know how effective I'm going to be. It didn't really work last time.
Well, I mean,
I
like I
have
said,
that through a racial ability.
I could throw some more charms on him, but I just don't know.
yeah, but you having knock doesn't help because you can't cast it through. Because like we wouldn't need to like get him even out of the room if we just get him away from the desk. Like we just throw something against the door and make him go look at the door long enough. I could have like have Freya like try to open it and grab it, but like,
I thought I had it through the artificer spell list, but no, it's through my a racial ability.
Yeah, so it's like,
can
so it's
you?
like,
I mean, can the little robot fella whose name constantly escapes me?
Freya.
And I've heard you say it a million times now. Yeah, Freya. Can they pick locks normally? Like, do they have a lock picking mechanism?
You know what? That's a good question. Let me take a look at like the actual page. Where's the damn thing? Is this part of my subclass that I have this?
It should be subclass.
I believe it's your homunculus.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, that's just part of like the normal infusing, I believe, not the subclass part, I believe. I do need to go to where my infusion pages are. Okay.
What did you take?
No, it's not part of the subclass. It's part of like just the main infusions. You can make a homunculus over it.
Infusions.
Yeah. Efficiency bonus, channel magic, can't be exhaust or poisoned. I mean, yeah, I could probably have her try to pick the normal lock, but like, there's also like a magic lock. I don't think I can. I don't know what you do with the fucking magic lock. Is there a way to like short out the magic on a magic lock?
Knock.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, then I probably could have her try to pick the normal lock and she would just have to do that. She does have a +2 dex. I think that would help. But like, and her proficiency bonus equals my bonus, and since I have proficiency in tools, that would probably help. But like,
well, do you have
doesn't
a
help against the
proficiency
magic
in
lock.
thieves tools? Yeah. I don't know. I don't have an answer for this.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm
It's
not
one of those
Jack,
things where
unfortunately.
unfortunately, right now we can't do anything with that. So I'm gonna tell Freya, just steal as
You want
much.
me to try to get him out of the room again?
No, because like I said, even if the problem is there's nothing I can do with
Well, I'm saying
Freya.
if I can get him out of the room, you guys can get in there and pick the lock and
Look
back
at
and
me.
then cast knock.
Look me in the eyes, Lovelace, and tell me anything. I would need to bring Goldir into the room with me because he knows knock.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think Goldir could stealth?
He wouldn't.
At all.
If I can get him away from the room, he wouldn't need to stealth because I would get him away from the room.
You know, this is your idea, and I don't want to doubt your idea, but it just
I'm saying this is like last resort planning.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean the best thing we can do at this point, if this is just to wait for us to get there and see whatever's in store for us, I guess.
See whatever happens.
I'm just saying, like, because it seems like it may be a thing we can't do.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
So instead of like just agonizing here, since it seems like we're at an impasse.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had a solid. I wish I had a. You know what? Let me ask Freya. Freya, you know what? I've programmed you with some level of like sentience.
Yes.
How's your feeling on like this dude vis-a-vis him being a bad guy? You've been around me long enough. You should. I feel like you should be able to understand.
Well,
when
I
it
get
was
the
not
feeling
that
that
guy.
he is shady. I can't say for certain whether or not he's evil.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be
And
willing
I
to
didn't.
do.
When I was in his, remind me when I was in the room talking to him, I didn't pick up on any Fey Fiend undead
Right.
like that. Nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
I can't vortex warp someone just because they're shady.
That's a
Like-
quote.
I'm gonna say no, lad. No, you can't.
No. So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to like whatever.
I mean,
whatever
you can.
become
It's
we
probably
come.
not a good idea.
I'd like to think that I have some level of morality in me.
I do believe that's frowned upon in general in society.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I think we're just gonna have to. You know what, Freya, you did a good job. Steal as much gold as you can, and then come back to me. He is shady, so I don't mind stealing from him.
Ours, I just got something.
Yeah.
Oh.
He appears to be speaking to someone now with that blue crystal that he speaks through.
Oh, interesting.
He asked,
Yeah.
he asked, I believe the name was Harshad. What's our status?
Let me see. So what happens when I try to do a spell that I don't have a higher level spell slot for?
What do you mean?
Because the last time, because the wild magic.
Yeah,
Well,
what do you mean you don't have a higher
No,
spell
no,
slot?
no matter what, you will cast that spell at the next, a spell slot higher. No
Oh
matter
man,
what.
so like it would be really powerful. Fuck. So I cast invisibility on through Freya on Freya.
I don't
I
think
don't
that
believe that's how that works.
I mean, you can cast invisibility on yourself, so I assume you can do that.
Yeah, it's like you can cast invisibility on yourself, and I can cast spells through Freya. So I just assume it's like a.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Kind of like she's activating a cloaking device.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you say yes, I will juice it up. But I did. I honestly didn't. I wasn't sure. It was more so I was like, is this going to be at a higher level?
I need you to clarify what you said, because what I heard was jizz it up.
Yeah, I did
Zhuzh.
also hear jizz it up, but I'm a
Zhuzh.
professional and
It's
didn't say anything.
French. It means
Okay, you said
spice it.
you said zhuzh. Okay,
Zhuzh, yeah.
all right.
I'm gonna jizz it up.
I thought you actually thought you said
Vitamin's
jizz it up.
famous catchphrase. It's time for me to jizz it up.
All right.
I actually thought you said juice it up, which is weird, but fair. I don't know. Maybe it's some weird Texas lingo I'm just not aware of.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll allow you. I'll allow you to do that.
Which is great because when I cast it at a higher level, that means fucking nothing for this sentence.
Yeah, I think it just means you can affect more people.
Yeah. And then I have her get as fucking close. Get right up on it. Get down on it.
Okay, she well, you can't see her, but for the camera, she just skitters down the wall behind him and then up underneath his desk, like hanging on the other underside of the desktop. And then she says, I've moved closer.
Okay. What do we got? And now I'm assuming we're just listening to the conversation.
So, what you gather is
You didn't think I was gonna be able to have us listen to the conversation, did you?
No, listen. So what you gather is, so everything's in position and we're prepared, right? Great. Oh, this is going to be glorious. I feel Sul Katesh is going to be very pleased with our work here tonight.
Who
Are you?
is okay? Do I know who Sul Katesh is?
That's the cult we're looking for.
That's
Yeah,
the demon overlord that the cult worships.
Okay, that is that. I was gonna say it sounded like that was it, but I could. D&D names are weird.
And then
Okay.
and then the last thing you hear before it's just like, like a formality, like, all right, see you when you get here, sort of thing. The last thing you hear is, yes, I do believe she'll hand over the Gulvier Yaxi.
Also, real quick, I just put her on like speakerphone so
Yeah.
the others can hear.
Yeah.
Use your voice.
Okay, and now spell that one.
That one's hard, but do either of you understand Abyssal by chance?
Oh, I might.
Damn it! No, it's
You know.
undercommon.
I know primordial.
I posted the spelling in our Discord in the general chat.
Do I recognize that name at all?
I was gonna say, does Loveless know Abyssal?
Unless you know
I do not.
Abyssal, this is gibberish to you.
Well, shit.
The Gulvier Yaxi.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
And then the conversation ends.
Okay. So Freya, just FYI, just for your algorithm, that is definite full into bad guy.
Yes, I
Should I
picked
be-
up on that.
Yeah. Okay. We're close to it, right? We're close. Okay. So
Why don't you give me a perception check, Ars?
I'll give you perception.
So you can take a look around and see how close you are.
That's pretty good. What's my perception at? What's my perception, Perceptor? +2.
No.
19?
19, you do see far off in the distance the floating towers of Arcanix. If you had to guess how long it might take to get there, you're still quite a few hours out, like 4 or 5.
Okay. So, I thought of a plan. We won't have to do it until we get closer, just to make sure it doesn't fuck up. But Captain's bad guy, right?
Seemingly.
Yeah,
Doing bad stuff.
I would agree with that.
So my idea is that when we're about to land, I have Freya do a little whammy on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get into the cabin, we bust into his cabin. I transform into him. We open up that desk to see what information we can get. You guys, some of you will have to take him and make sure he's not, get him out of the picture. I don't care at this point. I'm not gonna, and another team. So what I think is one team will be like me pretending to be the captain, and maybe one of you guys can back me up, and the other two will definitely go down because that mummy is definitely fucking important now. And I am pretty sure I am like it's my detective thing since is this I think at the very least two of them, like other two of us, will be in the cargo hold, just because there's something, right? There's something, even if it's not with the mummy.
It didn't radiate any Fey Fiend or undead, so I'm pretty
Yeah, but
sure
like,
it's
Yeah,
probably-
but we are talking about a demonic cult.
yeah,
Yeah,
even
but-
if the mummy isn't important, they're transporting something
You think it might be
some-
something in the cargo hold?
at the
Sure, I can go back into the cargo hold.
And so two of us will be up there while I pretend to be the captain, and then I'll try to get information I get, and the other two will be in the cargo hold in case shit goes, see whatever they're doing, and then we will just have to like go from there. But
Who wants to come with me to the cargo hold?
I'll go.
All right, we can do that.
are
'Cause I
there
ain't gonna be any help in the deception.
are there any people working on the ship who are warforged?
No, actually, there are no Warforged. I did mention last game that everything was built large enough to facilitate Warforged, but there are no Warforged working on this ship.
Are there any big raced, big boned people working on the ship?
Oh yeah, there's Dragonborn, Goliath, ASMR, all sorts of people.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, me and Clash have already been into the cargo hold. If Groldir, if you want to go with Ars, yeah, technically you may not be good for deception, but you're probably better for deception than the 9 foot tall hulking
Fair enough.
robot.
All right, we'll switch up then.
Okay. Well, okay. Dang it!
What were
I
you
was gonna
thinking?
do a whole thing where I was gonna use my disguise kit to make Clash look like one of the big boys, and
I mean,
just
if you
have
wanted
him, and then we were gonna have to steal some clothes.
That would be way too hard to check.
But yeah. Instead, this way, now we just got to get some clothes that fit you, so that you can pretend to be one of the cabin boys.
Cabin men.
Lad, are you saying that that's the highest rank you can give me for this? Really?
Well, I just did it in my
I
head.
should smack ye.
What, like, when you open the door and there's the captain, who should be in there with him? It seems odd if it was just another member of the crew, just
The first mate.
Have you never heard of a first mate?
Yeah, but then we have to knock out the first mate so you can pretend to be him.
That's a
Fair
good
enough.
point.
Fair enough.
We've already got to knock out the captain. We just gotta get you some. What are some good? What is clothes?
And
Like,
are you?
How about this? How about this? You knock him out. We'll throw him in the closet, and depending on the size of it, I'll hide in there with him to make sure he doesn't wake up.
yeah,
Then we don't have to worry about disguising me.
yeah.
And I'll be in the closet.
Jesus.
All right, so we'll do that. We're specifically gonna wait till we're close to landing. I guess what we'll do is we'll wait until it's like he's probably like getting up to leave because we're about to land. That way he'll still be in his. And me and Guldir will just kind of loiter around
Well, it's down the hall from our cabin, right?
Yeah.
Then we
yeah.
can just kind of sit around our cabin and kind of wait for him to come out, and then as he's walking down, we can go get him.
Well, no, I could, like I said, I'll hit him with something in his room because I'd rather we don't. Let's do it in his room, you know.
Right, but like when he's getting ready to get up, is like,
Yeah,
how are you going to do that? By the way,
I got some spells. There's got to be a spell that's good for like.
You don't know?
yeah, no,
Like-
okay, hold on, we got to get this part figured out because we need to know this is going to take him out in one shot.
Yeah. The problem is, it's like in my mind, in Nick's mind, normal people aren't that strong, right?
I don't think he's a normal person. Is the problem?
But he might not be a normal person. Okay, so
What is your
Okay.
plan? What spell are you going to deliver through Freya?
I got two ideas I can pop off, right? The first is we fucking vortex warp him outside the ship
Okay.
and just let that happen. And I feel that should be the if we can't do it the first time.
just
right?
like your tickets course.
Yeah. So that's why that's like the last thing, you know, in case the first one doesn't work.
Okay.
The one I would do is
You went to violence real quick.
he's a bad guy.
Yeah, but like, damn.
Okay, what's the other option? That doesn't involve defenestration?
Well, I have and you know what? I guess we could just compare notes. Is like I pull up like pull out my gauntlet and just like pull up a little like I'm not gonna Iron Man it. There's just like a little roll of parchment paper, like pop up a compartment, some parchment paper comes up, and I hold up, and it's just got like a list of all the artificial spells on it. And I'm like, well, if you look here, like all the cantrips I got, which one? I guess you know, since you're here with me, which one would you think would probably hit the most bang for your buck, right?
Okay, I don't know what you have.
Well, right now, I have prepared because I think it's 4, right? Unless it like changed. Oh no, shit! 6th level. I can prepare an extra. Fuck! I thought I still had 4. It's 2. Okay, 6 now. Dope. Well, I've usually got Thorn Whip, and Sword Burst didn't really help last time, so I switched it out with Shocking Grasp. Yeah. Mage Hand, that one's always good. That one's always good. Firebolt. I haven't really used that yet. Right.
Shocking Grasp might
You're
help.
gonna need something that's a little bit more powerful than a cantrip to knock him out in one blow. I'm thinking of something like casting Sleep on him, or
Yeah.
Well, I don't have sleep.
Yeah.
Of my first level spells, the ones I have prepared are you know what? Let me look real quick again, just to make sure that it's still.
Just list them
4.
off.
It is 4 still. Okay, cool. Yeah. Snare, Long Strider, Jump, Cautious Caustic Brew.
Okay, and your
I think-
second levels.
Well, I had Invisibility. And it's Vortex Warp. I'm thinking Snare.
What exactly does Snare do?
I can make a little trap, and so soon as he gets towards the door, it'll catch him in a trap, and then we bust in and just knock him out.
can you make it so that he can't talk? Something goes around his mouth?
I can break his jaw.
That would help.
Yeah, I don't see this working.
Why don't we all hang out in the cargo bay and wait for whatever happens?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with the captain.
That might be a better idea. Ars, do you have spider climb?
No, but I can
Wild to me that you don't have spider climb.
prepare it. We have enough time. I could switch out.
Yeah, me and you can hang out on the ceiling in the cargo bay, and the other two can kind of hide behind some boxes or something, and we can just kind of keep an eye out and see what happens. Like that. That seems like the biggest plan, and Freya can keep an ear out on the captain. So if he ends up leaving at all, we can maybe sneak in there after that. But
just have her follow him when he leaves.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah. I can. You know what? Yeah, that makes sense because I can. I got my boots now, and they make me more sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, and then I use my boots and I kick the wall, but no sound comes out
Okay.
because the boots of elven kind.
Yeah, there's not even a thud. Just kick
Nice.
back and nothing.
Useful.
All right, so we're going to go hunker down and wait?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Alrighty.
All right, so everybody's
Sorry,
heading down to
when
the
you're-
cargo hold.
When you're a changeling, every problem seems like it can be solved with shape shifting.
True. True.
It is my predilection.
So is everybody going down to the cargo hold then?
Yeah.
Okay, so
hours later.
who's
Freya,
leading-
come back.
Hang on.
As much
Hang
gold as you can.
Wait, are you calling her back to come back to you while you were in the cargo hold?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as much.
No, we were she's supposed to stay there and watch him in case he leaves.
Oh. Yeah, that might be a better idea.
that.
Yeah, that might be a better. Well, that's because I was gonna knock him out. Yeah, I'll keep her up there.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll follow him when he leaves, so we know what's going on.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
realized
so
that to her.
who's leading the charge downstairs?
I will. Sure.
Why do you?
I know where it is.
I don't like how you said that because that makes me think we're gonna go downstairs and something's gonna happen.
That's fine. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I know where it is, so I'll lead the charge.
All right, so you all follow Lovelace downstairs down the couple of sets of switchbacks. And as you open the door to the cargo hold, Lovelace, the first thing that hits you is it seems a lot lighter in here than the day previous.
Like the there's not as much cargo?
Exactly. Remember, well, when you were here yesterday, it was like chock-a-block full of stuff. Now today seems like it's at least 3/4 empty.
I just rolled a 16 on perception. Do I hear whistling wind?
No.
Okay, so it's not a hole.
Okay. Can I see where the cargo may have gone? Like any scratch marks or anything like that?
Nothing like that. You just see, you know how like after when stuff gets dusty and then you move something, you can see like the original like undusted portion of the floor.
Yeah.
A lot of it's like that.
We're in the middle of the sky. Where
I'm
could
gonna
it have
use one of my abilities because I was down here before, so I definitely noticed that it's
gone? Yeah.
different.
Yeah, you definitely
I'm gonna do so as well, and you're gonna see me kind of tap my fake eye, and then you see kind of a little glow coming from deep within it, and I can cast detect magic at will with that now.
Oh, damn! Fucking yeah. You know what? That's it. This is funny. Ours uses because his arcane firearm has like I built it out of a wand of detect magic. So like at the same time he like pulls out his like spider gauntlet and like scans the room to do detect magic as well.
So wait, how is Clash doing detect magic? I got confused.
At this point, it's kind of pointless now. So
No, I like
We've
it.
got-
I want
we've got
all
two
three of us to do it.
we have
I
two
like
people
that.
doing detect magic. It's good.
No, Clash, you do it. It's funnier that we all three just immediately do it.
He's got a point. It is funny if all three of us go.
And Loveless like crosses her arms and pouts because she doesn't have detect magic.
Okay,
You know
so you pick up faint remnants of conjuration magic, but nothing that's been cast recently.
Oh ho.
Doesn't
Um,
conjuration make stuff appear, not disappear?
Both.
It can probably do both. Yeah. I'm gonna like sniff any Fey Fiend undead.
Nothing like that, no.
Do
Ability will be useful. I promise.
do we get like a detection of it like throughout the entire cargo hold, or is it like in one area?
It's throughout the entire cargo hold.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did they teleport a bunch of stuff out?
It's certainly what it seems like, considering you're in the middle of the air.
I have another
I'm gonna
theory.
go see if I can find that blood vol box.
Hold on, I have another theory.
Sure.
What check would I need to make to see if maybe we're in a pocket dimension?
That would be an Arcana check, I would assume, anyway.
Because then there could be another way in and out.
Is that blood of vol coffin still there?
No, it's
You
gone.
motherfucker. It almost rolled onto the 20 and then went to the fucking 2.
You love to see it.
So a total of 8.
No,
I don't know shit.
You don't get the sense that this is a pocket plane. And Loveless, that casket is gone.
Told you it was important.
I still don't think it was important. I think it's just part of the cargo that they shipped out.
I'm telling you, man, we're gonna get down to the fucking thing, and they're gonna be like a bunch of people chanting around the goddamn corpse, and it's gonna rise up into a demon. I swear to
not
fucking God.
Ours,
Gonna do that.
Dead bodies can be used as vessels.
you hear Freya's voice chime in and she'll say, "He's disappeared."
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
What?
Like, did he just leave, or did he just poof?
1 second he was there, and the next he was gone.
Okay, we probably should hide because he.
Right now, where's Ashton Kutcher?
Stop. Up to the deck. Now.
Yeah, I'm running up to the deck.
Yeah.
Is there any of the crew around?
Yeah, the crew is still around working diligently. They don't seem to have noticed anything weird or different.
Okay, that's not what I thought was happening.
Yeah.
Back down to the cargo.
You did not just get Langoliers.
I was gonna say, did we
Oh.
just all get left here for this to be then blown up with the cannons they were talking about?
No. See, what I went. Okay. My thing is that he's teleporting, and he's teleporting with the cargo. So we need to get back to the cargo hold. And Freya, go ahead and come back to me because that's me. Okay.
Well, shouldn't
I
we try
didn't
to
know
go
he
into his office now that he's gone?
That's a good
We
point.
should, but I also think something bad's happening in the cargo hold.
All right, let's
All
split
right.
up.
Yeah. Clash and Loveless to the cargo hold. We'll hit the captain's quarters and then the cargo hold, since I have knock.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so Ars and Groldir, you guys scramble back down to the middle decks, and all the way at the end of the hallway, you come to that ornate door, and it is it's locked by like several different mechanisms.
Yeah, it's a shame that there's someone inside who can unlock it.
He's got a point.
Yeah. So you just hear, and then the door opens just slowly, and you just see little Freya.
I bust in and hold my hand out, and Freya jumps back on it and goes into my shoulder, my shoulder volume. So I got her again, and just like straight, like just rush in, slide right into the desk. Which one was it?
It was the top one on the right side.
All right, I look at it.
That entire drawer is gone.
Oh, bitch! This asshole!
We gotta get to the cargo hold. It's gone.
Son of a bitch!
All right, so while they're doing that, Loveless and Clash, you guys go back down to the cargo hold. Nothing new seems to be different between the moment between the few moments, few past moments.
I really
Nothing
thought you were gonna say everything else was gone when you got there,
Same.
and that we just missed everything happening.
Is there anyone in here?
No, nobody in the cargo hold.
When do we make it to them?
I would say as like Loveless and Clash are like halfway in.
We're
Okay.
missing something. We are missing something.
He's gone. The desk is gone. Well, the desk was there, but like all the papers were gone. He took his metaphorical shit and left.
And there's cargo missing.
And there's cargo missing. So I don't think we need a captain to land, but I think that whatever bad thing was happening has already started happening.
I'm gonna go back up onto the deck and find a person.
All right, you pull aside just sort of you pull aside an ASMR who just says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Not an ASMR. So someone else.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, we don't miss.
A blue dragon. A blue dragon.
You are between this and like the classism is not painting a good picture for Loveless.
You know what an ASMR is? An ASMR is like the opposite of a tiefling.
It's a half angel, basically.
Touched by
They're
the
like
good.
half angels. Do you
So
really?
yeah.
Yeah. No. Nah.
Them and a vampire would not get along.
Not great. I'm gonna go to the blue dragon and we'll say hi. I need some help with something, and my eyes are gonna go. The pupils are gonna dilate like they always do, and I'm going to cast that spell. That one.
Phenomena.
That's one. What do I need to roll for that?
Charm person on him. It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That is 16.
Will this work one time, please? God, please, God, please.
I would. Damn it! It's too late for me to do anything. She already did her stuff.
I really
Didn't she?
should put something into wisdom.
So he
for
just
this.
says, "Was there something you needed help with?"
Yes, there was some cargo in the cargo bay that we lost, and I don't know where it went. Do you know what's going on with some of the cargo?
We're missing cargo.
It's about 3/4 full from what it was last night. I went down to get some of my equipment for studying, and it was missing.
You had equipment down in the cargo hold?
Yes, it was some alchemist tools. Don't worry about it. Also, have you seen the captain? He's not in his room.
He's starting to get suspicious now. He's just says, "How do you know that?" Or how would you know that?
I don't give him time to be suspicious. I just walk away. Like, he's not gonna answer me. He's being evasive. Fuck this guy. I'm going back down into the cargo hold.
I look. When we get top, can I look through? Can I see like down below us? Where are we at? Geologically.
Like how close are we now?
Geographically.
There it is.
You're over a pretty expansive grove of trees. And you do see some, there's a clearing sort of in the center of it that it looks like the ruins of maybe an old village or something. But off in the distance, you do see the floating towers of Arcanix. And on the ground, you do see, from up here, it looks like a convoy of wagons and other sort of vehicles making their way towards the school.
Is there any?
Are we being set up?
Do I see anything in the ruin? Is there any like movement or people? Does it look like the ruins that are in the grove are anything but just ruins? Does it look like there's any people in there?
No, they're just there.
Okay. And
I think we can set up.
I get that feeling too.
I get the feeling we need to not be on the airship when
I
it
get
lands.
that feeling too.
I'm starting to feel that way as well. Problem is, I don't really have any way of not being on the airship.
I do.
Same.
I do.
Yeah, but I
What?
don't think it can take all of us.
Up to 5.
What? Do you have a
And
teleport?
no, but I do have Featherfall.
Well, that's not great. but-
Feather fall from 200 feet in the air, or
No,
not even
I mean,
100,
you can
not
do
even
it.
100, but like thousands.
It
I don't think it's gonna last
it
that long.
lasts for a minute,
Yeah.
right?
Oh
So
yeah,
I
so you would
I
only
have
you would
to-
only need it for the last minute of the fall.
Yeah. And
Oh
falls,
no!
right? We would fall for like, because the fall would probably, I don't know, how many 100 feet we up? Not
Like
now.
yeah.
When we are closer, that we're close enough to the ground, but not like, so when we jump out, they won't see us from like the wagons and stuff.
Right.
I'm not saying we jump off now. I'm saying when we're like 10 minutes away.
You think we just jump and then
And then-
on the ground?
Yeah.
Do you think we're
Because-
going to get that chance before they start doing whatever they're going to do?
Well, here's the thing. If I say we either wait till then, or if they do start to do something, we can just bail out immediately. And I will cast it
Yeah.
when we need to. This is a very much, if we need to go, we can go. But I'm not saying that should be, this is plan Z.
Okay. So do you want to hang
Please,
out in the cargo
you
bay until then?
You three, do you have a, can we, let's take a census. What do we got? Because that's my
I-
plan.
I don't
That's
have any
Z.
better ideas.
I
I'm
can
tapped
survive
out at this
about
point.
200 feet of falling.
I don't believe you. I don't actually believe you.
Okay.
If I rage, I can.
I was going to say,
True.
your
Mom.
metaphysical self can. How much of your body can survive
If
200 feet of falling?
at, at max damage for every 10 feet being 1d6 bludgeoning damage, if we assumed max damage, I would die at 230 feet.
Cool. Well, like I said, the way Featherfall works is we would cast it before we hit the ground so that none of that damage
I would
happens.
die at 75. So no, let's not.
You
do
know, like I said, we if we need to get off, we can get off, and it should be okay as long as none of you. Yeah, it says within range, and the range is 60 feet. So as long as none of you start thinking of doing some skydiving shit, we'll be fine.
that.
Just start base jumping.
Yeah. Don't do any
No.
Red Bull shit, but like, so we'll be okay. But that will end up with us landing somewhere outside.
Okay.
No, we won't be in the floating fucking thing, which is where we need to be. But if things look bad, we can get away from it
Okay.
and then
All
worry.
right.
But like I said, that's
Let's
just
hang out in the cargo hold until we get more information at this point.
All right, we have planned put our head between our legs and kiss our ass goodbye set. So now we're just hanging out in the cargo hold until something happens?
I'm tapped out on plans. I don't have anything else right now.
Neither do I.
Yeah. I'll head back real quick to the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Push the door open slightly. Is it still unlocked?
Yep.
Okay. Detect magic inside real quick.
So, what you pick up on are the remnants of... Let me see if this is also a conjuration spell.
I can't tell if Matt is either excited or incredibly annoyed at us right now.
What you pick up on is that a conjuration and a transmutation spell have been cast recently.
Can I pinpoint where it is? He turned it
into something else and then teleported it away.
If I were to say expend another charge of detect magic, could I figure out where it is?
No, you won't need to expend another charge. It's behind his desk in front of the big window that looks out at everything.
Okay, what is it then? What is the thing I'm looking at?
What do you mean?
Because you said it was like transmutation magic happened, so I'm assuming something got changed into something else. So what is the thing I'm looking at that was transmuted? What was it transmuted into?
It's not necessarily here. He probably
It's just the remnants of that energy are just hanging in the air along with the conjuration energy.
In all likelihood, what happened is he transmuted the drawer, grabbed it, and then teleported.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Is there any way I can check to see if like there's some? Yeah, I always forget that magic detection just detects like magical residue. It's not like I can.
You can't figure out what spell it is.
Or I can't figure out. Is there anything magical in this room?
No. If there was anything magical in this room, it is gone now.
Do you think I might have alerted him when I might have fucked this up? I might have alerted him when I.
No, I think he didn't give. I think. Well, I'm not there. I can't fucking. I think he just bailed. I think he was just close enough. I think he does. I think him being a captain of the ship is no longer part of his responsibilities. Can I just investigate and see if I can find like anything real quick, like notes he might have left? It maybe is the little blue ball. I'm assuming the little blue glowing thing he used to talk to people's gone.
Yeah, it is gone.
I'll just do like an investigation.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll an investigation check.
16.
Aside from just the academic notes that Freya told you that she was able to glean earlier, you don't really see anything that seems super out of place here. There's nothing, like, for lack of a better term, like, incriminating.
Yeah. Damn it. I should have just knocked him out immediately. I shouldn't have waited. I should have just fucking busted in and give him the old, like, 1-2 buckle my shoe and then fucking done with it. Yeah, I'll leave, close the door, and just head down there. I guess we'll just have to wait it out, play the waiting game.
All right, and as everyone settles into the cargo hold for the rest of the wait, a couple of hours do pass, and you hear faintly from above just another sort of alarm ring out, and you hear a voice coming over the or echoing just throughout the ship. You hear the same voice that said that Arcanix or everyone should be prepared for landfall. That same voice just says, "We are approaching now. Everyone gather your things and prepare."
Do we want to head up above decks then?
That's going to be the end of the episode, actually.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So next time you will be making landfall? It's hard to tell because they're floating towers at Arcanix. So I want to thank everybody for listening to this episode. If you liked it, be sure to rate it 5 stars and leave a review on Apple Podcasts and any other podcasting platform that allows you to do so. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on Twitter at AmbiguousPod. You can like our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ambiguouspod. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. God, is it at Moral Ambiguity? Or I ask this every time and I can't remember.
Or is it Moral Ambiguity Pod or something like that?
I know. I
never remember either.
Literally every episode.
It's something like that.
It's at Moral Ambiguity on YouTube. I need to just remember this.
Or write it down somewhere.
Yeah. If you have friends that like D&D shows, perhaps consider sending them our Beacons link. It is beacons.ai/moral ambiguity. And yeah, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Later.
All right.
Bye-bye.